Hello out there in social media land. It is another amazing Saturday here in Greensboro. I am your host. I am Coach Victoria, and this is a special edition of um, Uncensored Conversation with Elevated Not Tolerated. We call it Super Sassy Saturday. And Super Sassy Saturday is where we bring in special guests. We bring in individuals who typically couldn't, may not be able to join us on Sunday nights because of other obligations. But we also like to do Super Sassy Saturday because we like to introduce and reintroduce individuals into new people's things that they're doing, new avenues that people are branching into. And so that is no different today. This Super Sassy Saturday is a once or twice a month event that we do with Uncensored Conversation. Hello, Coach K. Thank you so much for joining me, my friend. Oh, I want to say some things, but I'll save it for another day. Thank you so much for being with us. So my guest today is scheduled to be my good friend, my little brother. I call him Donnie GotDaBeats with the Beat TV show. Hello, Miss Carrie. Thanks for joining. So Donnie is scheduled to be my guest today. I have not heard from him this morning. I'm not sure if, virtually flying in from a different area sometimes the airways don't allow you to get in on a certain time. So we're going to be on here for a little bit. We're going to see if Donnie can come in. And if he does, we will go ahead and bring him forth. And so he can continue to enlighten us. He's got some new projects out there, which is why we want him on the show. Donnie is also one of our sponsors from behind the scene, like Coach K and Lady Carrie. They are also sponsors behind the scenes of Uncensored Conversation and the projects of Victoria Elevates. These ladies, along with Donnie and a few other people, are our silent sponsors behind the scenes. And sometimes silent sponsors means they're collaborators, they're accountability partners in different areas. And I am so honored to have these people behind the scenes of Victoria Elevates, because how many of you know that the greatest piece that you could have sometime is having those people that truly believe in what you do and what your purpose is and how it comes to the plate, right? And so I'm so lucky that I have Donnie and all of these other phenomenal individuals that I just mentioned to you. Coach, support the endeavors of what Victoria Elevates is all about. And just in case some of you are watching for the first time and you're not sure who I am, let me just introduce myself. My name is Victoria, as I said, and elevated, not tolerated, means to rise above anything and everything that has held us down and has caused us to feel inadequate. And my friends, it's done so unpleasantly, right? But with you and I together, it's time for us to be empowered, embraced, and educated to be elevated and not tolerated. So I am a certified master life coach. I have several niches, if you will, under my belt, which I like to use expertise, if you will, because, when you are a professional achievement facilitator, which is what I choose to use that title versus a life coach, but I am a certified master life coach. But I like to think of myself as a professional achievement facilitator because I believe in helping people achieve their next level, right? And going to that next place. And that's in business, in your social environment, your personal life, whatever environment that you may find yourself in. That's who I am. I'm your professional personal achievement facilitator. I want to help you get to that next place. I want to push you to that next avenue. And I have some people that's under my belt, people I have coached, people that I have motivated, if you will, to get to that next level, because there's so much in all of us that we have not brought to the table that I think is very important that we do so. And so that is part of my function. As a matter of fact, this morning we finished out part 1 of our positive self-building course, Building Positive Relationships. And so the newsflash, dun, 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 dun. Let's give me a drum roll. Somebody give me a drum roll. I'm gonna add that to my platform, y'all, because I do all of my programming behind the scenes myself. But that's one thing that I'm gonna add to is a drum roll. Miss Carrie, I might need to get Raekwon to do me something fancy as a drum roll. But I'm gonna do but I want to give y'all a little information that is hot off the press that I want you to be able to jump into and take part of, right? If you have a desire. So today we finished up part 1 of our positive self-building course, Building Positive Relationships. And how many of you know that having positive relationships is it's a part of how you get to your next within business or what have you. It's a part of how you push to that next level. So we've been talking about this for about 6 or 7 weeks. I think one of my students, I said 6 or 7 weeks, and they said, no, maybe like 10. See, Miss Carrie, look, so that's why she is all about music. Because she bought me a drum roll. Y'all see that how quick it is? That's what I'm talking about. Collaborators that are behind the scenes that can produce something. That's an accountability partner right there. She just produced me a drum roll. Thank you, Miss Carrie. Appreciate you, girlfriend. So this is the thing. So we just finished up part 1. And building positive relationships now is most important for a lot of reasons. One of those reasons being that when you are in a transitional place of moving to a different level, and I'm geared to talk to men and women of the ages 35 and older. That's my broad vision of helping people with my coaching and motivational services, is those folks that's in the 30 plus group. I kind of sway more to the 40 plus, just so you know. But definitely I've had touch with some bases with some younger folks. However, sometimes if we do not know how to experience communicating, or we don't know how to build or what a positive relation looks like, sometimes we can be left out in the cold, right? And again, for those of you that are watching and you're waiting for Donnie, I am too. I feel like there's something that happened in the atmosphere, nothing to him, but something with the communications and the airways, because y'all know me and Donnie are like two thieves, and we thick as you can get, because he is such a positive influencer in my life since I've met him. And so we're just going to wait a little bit and see if we can get Donnie in here. But if not, we're just going to continue to talk, right? I never miss opportunity to tell you a little bit. So we finished up our positive self-building course this morning, part 1 of building those positive relationships. And building that relationships has to be something that, you build upon, that you can invest in and you can see grow with you on a regular daily basis, right? And so there's key components that I teach in the class. My students, some of the students that have been in the class for the last 8 weeks, they have experienced what about 9 of those components look like, right? And we get so in depth with it that it kind of, you just got to see the process going, right? So I want to go ahead and give you a notification that we are extending the class to a part 2. And this is the part 2 of the positive self-building course, Building Positive Relationships. Because building positive relationships starts with the person on the inside of you, not the person that you are trying to have the relationship with, but the person that is on the inside of you. This is a phenomenal. This is the first year that I've taught the class. However, the results from my students speak for themselves. My students came in today with giving their own stories about what the course has done for them thus far. And during that process, the revelation, the confirmation, however you want to state it, came. And this is why the drum roll comes in. We're getting ready to offer part 2 of that course, Building Positive Relationships. We're going to go to the next level and understanding how these pieces work together, right? And we're going to take each individual one of the steps. So my students that are out there, you guys are the reason why this is going to be broken down in even more detail, because I truly believe that there are leaders in all of us. Come on, Coach K. Now look, that's that mindset coach right there, that Journey Life Coaching Hub. See what she says, got to get the foundation. Thank you, Coach K. I appreciate you, my friend. So, with that being said, there are places that you can go. Dr. Seuss had a book that started off many years ago. The places that we can go. Can I be honest with you? The places that we can go when we build positive relationships will, in fact, empower us even the more. Can I just tell you that it will empower us even the more? And I want to tell you that the reason why this next phase is going to be part 2 of building positive relationship, building the leader in you. Okay, so my students, if you're out there watching, you know. So the next phase is part 2, building positive relationships, building the leader within you. And we're going to take each one of the steps that my students have already experienced, and we're going to break those down into even more minute baby steps, because there is a leader in all of us, right? But my job is to bring that leader out of you. I don't know about you, but if someone had have taken me through a process where I could have been able to experience knowing more about who was on the inside of me, perhaps it wouldn't have taken me this long to develop some of the things that I teach in my classes. But can I be honest with you? The leader in you has got to be built from the inside out. And that's what the Positive Self-Building course is designed to do. Elevated Not Tolerated Academy is that place where we build from the inside out. It's not about anybody else. It's about us as individuals. Us as individuals, as leaders, as components of the places that we need to be, right? And even when we are faced with conflict, or we're faced with insecurities, one of the things that is most important is for us to be able to build a new environment where we understand the component of pushing to the next level. I want you to hold that point right there, because I want to tell you, I want to show you what's going to be happening for the rest of the month of February. All right, guys, I'd like to let you know what's happening and what's coming up. Typically we are on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. But again, today is our Super Sassy Saturday edition that we bring out. We try to bring out about once or twice a month. We started that a few years ago. Our guest today was supposed to be the phenomenal, and he is still the phenomenal, Donnie GotDaBeats. I'm sure there's something in the virtual atmosphere that is has kept him from being here today, because y'all know Donnie is always in the house. My brother is always in behind the scenes or somewhere, keeping us together behind the scenes. Hello, Ruben. Thank you so much for joining me, my good friend. I definitely appreciate you. My love to the wife and the new baby that should be here in a couple of days. Yes, 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 yes. And to my good friend James Martin, who's out there watching behind the scenes, my brother that has been with me since my dad he was a fellow, he was one of the head deacons in our church when my dad was operating. So James, thanks for joining, my dear friend. I appreciate you from the highest. But let's talk a little bit more about what's coming up. So y'all, did y'all notice that there's no show tomorrow night? So oh, okay, y'all, hush, hush, stop the presses. Oh, so baby is here. Ruben, that is so sweet. Ruben is a new daddy, y'all. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, y'all. Look, y'all know I'm a crybaby. Ruben, my baby here, and you didn't call me and tell me he was here. So, Ruben, welcome to fatherhood. And I know you're going to be an amazing dad. You are an amazing prophetic young man. I know that, baby. And give my love to the wife and the baby. Kiss the baby for me. I love it. I love it. I love surprises. That's a beautiful surprise. All right. So let me get back to this, because see, Ruben threw me off with that. Oh, the baby's already here. So I've been waiting for the baby. Look, Ruben, look at all the people. They hollering at you. Ruben, look, I got to put all my makeup on so the baby can see his auntie. Gotcha, Ruben. Amazing. I love it. I love it. Okay, guys, y'all know I'm crazy. I love babies, and I love to do a little crazy stuff. Well, not crazy stuff, but I got to see that baby. Look, guys, so oh, Ruben, all of the followers, man. Now, see, you and the baby and the wife, you got to come on the show. That's all it is to it. Got to bring you on the show so everybody can see this beautiful baby. God is good. God is good. So, we don't have a show tomorrow night because we're doing this Super Sassy today. However, if you noticed in the video, I do have a special young lady that's going to be with me on Monday night. We're bringing a super special Monday night edition. And the young lady, Miss Carrie, that y'all see popping up in here, and who's giving out all of this information and drum rolls and all of those things, she is going to be my guest tomorrow night. She's got some super amazing things that's happening. And I just want to show you her picture one more time so y'all can go ahead and book y'all's little things. Okay? Now, y'all want y'all to look at this real quick because it's going to pop up real quick. And I need y'all to write it down. Okay, so y'all know technology don't never work when you want it to work. My guest, go out there and look at the video and follow it. It's going to be my lady, Carrie Price is going to be coming on. Miss Carrie is branching out in some things, and she is the phenomenal CEO of All About Music. And she is a promotion and producing magnet, y'all. And I want y'all to be able to come out on Monday night at 7:00 and listen to this phenomenal young lady talk about her program. She's been on the show before, but she's coming back because she's taking us in her world of 2024 and where she is going in 24. And baby, can I tell you, you do not want to miss this special edition of Uncensored Conversation on Monday night with my good friend, Miss Carrie Price. She going to be bringing y'all some good news. Good news. She is bringing in some good news. Okay, y'all, that's my church. That's my church coming out of me. All right. But I want to tell you again, that after having the class on today, we are branching into part 2 of the positive self-building class, building positive relationships. Building positive relationships, part 2, the leader inside of you, bringing the leader inside of you out. We want to bring those leader skills that you have invested inside of you to another level. And it's time to do that. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be putting the information out there. It is a 6-week intense class every Saturday. My students are committed to being in class on Saturday mornings at 9 o'clock, y'all. I've got people that are not even in my time zone that are going to be that attend this class. And they can tell you what they've experienced. If you notice, Miss K had put a post out there on my page, and I thank her so much for doing so. But she talked about a little bit about what I do in my business and what that means to her. And I appreciate her doing so, because nobody can tell the stories about your classwork other than the students that are in it or people that have been coached by you, right? And so I want to thank her in advance for making that beautiful video. I almost missed it. Somebody called me and said, hey, was my niece. She said, Auntie, you need to look at this video that Miss K put out there about you. And so I want to just encourage you that the Positive Self-Building class, it is a 6-week intense class. There is a price attached to it because you receive material from the class. You get a digital workbook. You get weekly assignments. And in part 2, we're going to give you some additional information. And see, this is what my students have brought to the table for me to help, right? And they didn't even realize some things that what we were talking about this morning. But in part 2 of the Positive Self-Building course with building positive relationships, we're going to branch that out just a little bit so that the leaders can get what they need in this season, right? So guys, I tell you what, I want you to be able to absorb it as much as possible. So when you see the flyer go up later today, please encourage somebody to go ahead and register for the class, because it will start pretty soon. And I'm going to leave it right there. And I'm going to give a slight little discount, or should I say an incentive for you to participate in joining this class, that it will meet for 6 weeks. And it will be intense. It's an intense hour plus weekly. Sometimes we get into the talking of this class and we go over about another hour. But in most cases, we're going to try to keep it to a good, wholesome hour, a good hour of conversation in this classroom. If you are excited for what we're getting ready to do in the Positive Self-Building course, can I get you to send some love to me some kind of way through it? I don't care how you send it to me, but send me some love. Send me some love. Send me some love, baby. Because this class is going to be absolutely amazing. If it's anything like we've experienced in these last 6-7 weeks, I can only imagine what the next 6 weeks is going to be with part 2. You're going to be able to experience how important it is for you to build relationship, positive relationships that can broaden in so many different areas. I talk to so many different people about different things. And most of the times what I hear is that people don't understand that when you're stuck in a place and you can't move forward, you need somebody that can help you pull to that next level. And baby, I'm the best puller pusher. I don't know. I pull off your band-aids and put alcohol on it. I tell you what you need to be able to see in yourself, because someone forgot to tell me some things about myself when I was growing up. Not my parents, but the other people outside of that. My parents always told me I could do anything that I wanted to do. Thank you, Miss K. You can do anything. My dad always instilled this in us, that you can do anything that you want to do if you do the following. First, put God first in whatever you do. And that took me a long time to figure that one out. You know why? Because I was hard-headed. But putting God first in what you do will bring forth more information that you have ever experienced in your life, right? And this is the thing. Miss K says it, I can't knock it. Miss K says if you can't read it, she says, no matter the cost of the class, the knowledge and the application is priceless. And hey, she said it. I'm telling you, I have been in the places where some of you are right now. And to be able to have someone guide you through that process and seeing some things differently from a different perspective will empower you and embrace you for another level, right? I'm here to tell you that this is a time where you need to push to the next level. I am all about bringing you to that place where you can see that you can do some other things, even when it comes to your businesses, even when it comes to your personal relationships. Building a positive relationship is important. Sometimes you got to cut folks off. Sometimes you got to reinvent the wheel, if you will. Sometimes it's just not even about that. But when you understand that that personal development piece comes from the inside of you and it pushes on the outside, that's when you begin to see things on a different level. Right? That's when you begin to understand how valuable building a positive relationship can be. There's some people, places, and things in my life that over the years, I had long relationships that ended abruptly because there was times for, and it wasn't because either one of us were bad or good. It's not about the bad and the good, because everybody wants to play on that. Oh, Johnny wasn't for me, so we had to separate. It's not about that, my friend. What it truly is about is how we sit down and we have put some real groundwork into thinking about what we're doing and why. It's important to understand how building lasting relationships can build you to another place. Hey, Miss Adrian, thank you so much for watching, my friend. We have got to talk. We've got to get you set up for some vending for us. When I tell you that this is the time in the season that most people do not understand the value of positive relationships and how these relationships will cause other things to grow into another aspect. This is the reason why we bring in part 2. We want to bring it to you because you are leading other people without the knowledge of understanding who you truly are to yourself. And we want to help. We want to help that happen. We want to help that part of your journey. When you get ready to move to your next level, when you begin to press yourself to the next calling, there's some things that you have got to have in place inside of you. Are you communicating with the real person that's on the inside of you? Do you understand how to be able to devise a real plan of action to help you deal with conflicts, right? And those issues come from the inside of us first, right? You have to have some kind of plan and action how when you are not feeling your best in what you believe in, what you can do to make that change happen. I've been there. There is a process that I had. Hey, y'all, can I just tell you? I just told you about some accountability partners that are behind my shows, that are behind what Victoria Elevates does socially. But you know why that comes from? It comes from what I believe in myself, right? So I am having the privilege of teaching it to you. When my students looked at me today and their eyes got big and we started to have some real breakthrough moments, because don't come to my class if you're expecting no breakthrough. We're going to have breakthroughs. That's when we get the longer classes. But we have breakthroughs where people have applied what they have learned and they see things changing. I'm applying some things that I see daily that's changing in me. And I want to teach you how to deal with that change. That's what I want to show you how to do. My students are excited about part 2. They're excited about part 2, not realizing that they are the reason why there is a part 2. Because when there's a hunger for you to be able to succeed and to go beyond what someone thought of you, it's something spectacular. It is something that is rewarding. It is something that fills the atmosphere beyond what anybody can say over you. I believe in the leader that's inside of you more than you will ever understand. I believe that because I have the opportunity to express to you how empowering you are, but to embrace that emotion, to embrace that feeling of success, because sometimes the reason why we have not been successful in certain areas is because we have not been educated how that feels. Success does bring on other things. It brings on additional work. It brings on additional power. It brings on additional information. But in order for you to be able to understand that, you have to be able to understand how to build positive relationships that's going to burst out through you. As leaders, we're all leaders, y'all. We all are. But what the difference is how we produce it. And so part 2, building positive relationships, building the leader in you, is coming forth. So get ready. The information should be available. Hopefully be by the time you see halftime at the what do you call it? Super Bowl. I forgot what I was calling it. Ooh. Hopefully by the time that you get to the Super Bowl halftime show, you'll see something pop up about the class and you'll go ahead and register. I can tell you right now, you're going to get this at a price on the next few days that you're not going to ever be able to get again. I guarantee it. Ask my students that have already been in the class. They can tell you the minimum price that you're going to pay means nothing compared to what you're going to be going to be engulfed with in the next few weeks after you take this class. I promise you. So guys, I am so honored that we could sit and talk today. My prayers are with my good friend Donnie. Not sure what happened in the airways, but I tell you one thing. If I know that guy, we're going to be back later. We'll come back and we'll boost up even more. But in the meantime, get ready for Monday night to be with me and Miss Carrie, because we got some major news that she's going to be sharing on Monday night. You're not going to want to miss what that news is. I guarantee you're not going to want to miss it, because Miss Carrie, if they miss it, oh my. But I do have a special reward for those of you that attend on Monday night for this special announcement that Miss Carrie's going to be giving. You don't want to miss this show. You don't want to miss this opportunity. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here. And I'm going to check on my good friend Donnie. I want to make sure he is okay. There's a lot of things happening with the world, with the water and all, what do you call it, the elements of the earth. So we want to make sure I'm going to check on him here shortly. And just because it's not like him not to be on the show. So we're going to make sure he's okay. I feel like it is just something with the airways that has kept him from being on today. But that's okay, because God had a purpose anyway. Right? God has a purpose. He always does. All right, guys. So look, we'll see you on Monday night. You don't want to miss it. And then come back again on next Sunday. I got some super special guests that's going to be with me next Sunday night. I am ecstatic for that show to air on next Sunday night as well. Stay tuned. I got some things that's getting ready to hit the airway, and you're going to be a part of it. Until next time, I want you to be empowered, embraced, and educated to be elevated and not tolerated. We'll see you Monday night.